This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss e-trike ban on metro thoroughfares. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the first to stop, first to go rule. This week's Paing Chaper shall be the importance of following the rule on the yellow box. Showcase this week shall have the pickup from Toyota, the Veloz 1.5B CVT. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the 2024 Philippine Autocross Championship Series Round 1.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are in this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Enough is enough. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority has finally had it with e-trikes creating chaos in metro roads and is banning them from major thoroughfares. The Metro Manila Council has approved MMDA Regulation Number 24-022 Series of 2024, prohibiting e-bikes and e-trikes as well as tricycles, pedicabs, pushcarts, and kuligligs on national roads, circumferential and radial roads in Metro Manila. In a press statement, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority said the prohibition will be enforced on C1 Recto Avenue, C2 President Quirino Avenue, C3 Araneta Avenue, C4 EDSA, C5 Katipunan CP Garcia, C6 Southeast Metro Manila Expressway, R1 Rojas Boulevard, R2 Taft Avenue, R3 Slex, R4 Shaw Boulevard, R5 Ortigas Avenue, R6 Magsaysay Boulevard and Aurora Boulevard, R7 Quezon Avenue and Commonwealth Avenue, R8 A Bonifacio Avenue, R9 Rizal Avenue, R10 Delpan, Marcos Highway, MacArthur Highway, Elliptical Road, Mindanao Avenue, and Marcos Highway. When fully enforced, drivers of e-trikes will be fined, and if driver is unlicensed, the vehicle will be impounded.
Ipinagbabawal na po natin sa major roads na nasa jurisdiction ng MMDA. Ang parusa po sa mga e-trikes na ito na gagamit po ng national roads at yung mga kalsada nasa jurisdiction ng MMDA ay 2,500 pesos. I-require na rin po natin sila na kung walang may lisensya yung nagmamaneho at kung wala pong lisensya yung mahuhuling magbabiolate itong MMC resolution nito na nagbabawal sa kanila sa national road ay i-impound po yun pong vehicle.
Meanwhile, Metro Manila local government units will be passing respective ordinances regulating the use of e-trikes and e-bikes for the secondary and other inner roads under their jurisdiction. Already, we're seeing traffic enforcers of LGUs getting tough on e-trikes, which are being used for public transport. Here's hoping our Ningas Hugon mentality won't kick in. Meanwhile, much of the work is being done underground, so we don't see any progress on the surface. But work on the subway is progressing nicely. At least, that's what the DOTR reports. The Department of Transportation reports that work on the Metro Manila subway project is progressing at a 40% rate. During the most recent site inspection of work being conducted on the Metro subway, DOTR Secretary Jaime Bautista reported an overall project implementation progress rate of 40% as of January 2024. The site inspection was also attended by Finance Secretary Ralph Recto and Japan International Cooperation Agency or JICA Chief Representative to the Philippines, Takema Sakamoto.
Today, we have shown to Secretary Ralph Recto the ongoing development. Of course, we have given him a briefing of what the project is all about. And with the support of JICA, we are implementing this project on time for completion in 2029.
The DOTR is also expecting the arrival of more tunnel boring machines.
And we hope that we should be able to dig and operate additional tunnel boring machines. No? Right now there are 4 tunnel boring machines, and we're expecting to have 2 more within the year.
The Philippines lags behind neighbors like Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand, and Malaysia with regards to subways. We expect to begin catching up to our neighbors by at least 2025 when it is scheduled to start partial operations. Continuing, construction of the third Candaba viaduct on the NLEX is halfway complete. But that's not the most impressive thing about this milestone. The NLEX Corporation reports that the first girder for the Candaba Third Viaduct at the North Luzon Expressway has been installed, signifying the project reaching the halfway mark. In a press statement, NLEX said the installation of the first girder marks the pivotal transition from groundwork-heavy construction to road-level work, minimizing the project's dependence on ground access. According to NLEX Corporation President and General Manager J. Luigi L. Bautista, this remarkable achievement shows NLEX's commitment to complete the project by November 2024. Bautista also said the project has attained 1 million safe man-hours, reflecting a culture of safety and conducive work environment in the construction of NLEX's Candaba Third Viaduct. Working with construction partner Leighton Contractors Asia Limited, NLEX expedited work while prioritizing the safety of all workers and ensuring the structural soundness of the new bridge, he added. The Candaba Third Viaduct project spans 5 kilometers and is expected to widen the existing viaduct to 3 lanes with inner and outer shoulders in each direction, thereby enhancing safety and mobility for motorists. A 1 million hour safe construction record is quite an achievement, and it bodes well about the safety of the new bridge itself. And finally, did you know that old train sets you ride on at the MRT3 come from the Czech Republic? They do and are apparently well maintained with continued support from Czech train suppliers. MRT3 trains have been operating efficiently and almost trouble-free for a time now. One reason for this may be how the CKD Tatra train sets from the Czech Republic are being maintained. The Czech ambassador recently visited the MRT3 depot and was impressed by how the trains from the Czech Republic were being maintained, according to a Department of Transportation press statement. The press statement quoted the Czech ambassador as saying that he was impressed not only with the level of organization and the attention to detail, but also with the effectiveness of the maintenance of the trains. MRT3 officer in charge Georgette Aquino thanked the envoy for his country's continued support in enabling the timely and sufficient delivery of spare parts for the Tatra trains. This has been instrumental in the continued operation of the trains, providing safe and efficient transportation over the years, Aquino said. It is a blessing that during the latest overhaul and rehabilitation of the old Tatra trains, spare parts were readily available from the Czech Republic. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The Metro Manila Council has passed a resolution essentially banning e-trikes and e-bikes from using Metro Manila's main thoroughfares. This has met with approval from many motorists. E-trike owners and some advocates of personal mobility were naturally pissed. Motoring Forum discusses their respective reasons for their views. Over the last several months, social media was rife with posts of pictures and videos of e-trikes and other light electric vehicles running rampant on main thoroughfares, national roads, and even expressways, as well as secondary roads and side streets. Many of the posts showed e-trikes violating all sorts of traffic regulations, going against the flow of traffic, hogging inner lanes, ignoring traffic lights and signs, stopping wherever and whenever without regard to whether they obstruct traffic. All this happening in front of traffic authorities who ignore the obvious violations. It got so bad that people began calling e-trikes the new kings of the road. Finally, the Metro Manila Council and the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority acted on the many complaints and approved MMDA Regulation Number 24-022, Series of 2024, prohibiting e-bikes and e-trikes as well as tricycles, pedicabs, pushcarts, and kuligligs on national roads, circumferential and radial roads in Metro Manila. Under the new regulations, which is expected to be fully enforced beginning in April, drivers of e-trikes on prohibited thoroughfares would be fined, and if ever the driver was unlicensed, the vehicle would be impounded. During a press conference announcing the new regulations covering e-trikes and e-bikes, MMDA Acting Chairman Don Artes said the unregulated operations of e-vehicle units, e-tricycles, e-bikes, e-pedicabs, and e-scooters pose safety risks to the public. Such vehicles slow down traffic on already congested thoroughfares and pose a danger to the lives of concerned drivers, passengers, and pedestrians, he added. Also cited was a report issued by the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board that e-trikes were involved in 556 road collisions in 2023 that resulted in 2 deaths and injuries to 273 individuals. The Move as One coalition came out to question the legality of the MMDA's new regulations and prohibitions covering e-trikes and e-bikes and other light electric vehicles. The group also complained about the lack of consultation with e-trike and e-bike owners and users before the MMDA issued the prohibitions on their use on national roads in Metro Manila. In a statement, the group said that under Republic Act 11697, the Electric Vehicle Industry Development Act, light electric vehicles that are exclusively for private use are exempt from registration. However, the implementing rules and regulations of RA 11697 states, exempt from payment of the registration fees under the EVIDA and registration with DOTR and its attached agencies, LEVs which shall be for exclusive private use, not intended to be operated or used upon any public highway, or which are operated on highways not constructed or mandated by the government or are intended not to be used or operated at all. Complaining about being excluded from meetings on e-bike and e-trike regulation, the Move as One coalition called on the MMDA and all concerned government agencies to craft clear, legal, and carefully considered policies on e-vehicles with the participation of e-vehicle users. It added that policies should promote safety while ensuring equitable distribution of road space and be in line with environmental objectives. According to another group, Alt Mobility PH, the MMDA's move to prohibit use of e-bikes on major thoroughfares could result in problems for those who use active transport in their daily commute. Alt Mobility PH Director Ira Cruz said that the roads identified by the MMDA would force e-bike users to take other routes. E-bike and e-trike advocates say the MMDA's move goes against the concept of mobility for all and government's efforts to encourage people to use active transport against using private cars and other vehicles for their transport needs in Metro Manila. While the MMDA will be enforcing prohibitions on the use of light electric vehicles on major thoroughfares, Metro Manila local government units are expected to pass and enforce ordinances identifying which roads in respective jurisdictions could be accessed by e-trikes and e-bikes. It is a wonder that it took authorities so long to start even thinking about regulating use of e-bikes and e-trikes. Although it must be said that the LTO has issued circulars defining and categorizing e-vehicles and e-trikes and which need to be registered, where they can be used, and whether licenses are needed for their operation on national roads. That's our Morning Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines. You're back with us here on Motoring Today, and we now have this week's important motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. Kung marami kayong sasakyan na nakahinto sa intersection, keep in mind that the first to stop is the first to go. This way, maiiwasan ang banggaan at iba pang aksidente. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Spying Chuper this week.
Payong Chuper lang kaibigan, ako si Alan, isang kapwa niyo Chuper. Ito'y isang paalala na huwag huminto sa loob ng yellow box.
Ang mga yellow box na matatagpuan sa intersections ay dapat palaging bakante kahit pa naka-green ang traffic light. Kapag nakahinto ang kabilang bandang intersection, mas mabuting maghintay ng tamang pagkakataon bago lumampas sa yellow box.
Tandaan, sumunod sa yellow box rule upang maging maayos ang ating takbo sa kalsada. Ito po si Jose Alan Mendoza, Payong Chuper lang kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa niyo Chuper.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, Max Verstappen scored a perfect start to his defense of the F1 crown with a victory at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Verstappen started from pole and finished more than 22 seconds ahead of Red Bull teammate Sergio Perez for the first double podium for the team this 2024 F1 World Championship season. Joining the red-blue duo on the podium in third at the end of the nighttime race in Bahrain is Carlos Sainz of Ferrari. Finishing in fourth place was Charles Leclerc of Ferrari. Fifth across the finish line was George Russell of Mercedes. Rounding out the top 10 finishers during the 2024 F1 season opener are Lando Norris of McLaren at P6, Lewis Hamilton of Mercedes P7, Oscar Piastri of McLaren P8, Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll of Aston Martin on P9 and P10 respectively.
More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. The Philippine Autocross Championship Series is back for another exciting season, starting with round 1 of the Parklink C5, now a popular venue for grassroots racing. Race Weekend was there. Here are the highlights.
Philippine Autocross kasi ito yung talagang bata pala ako, nakikita ko na to eh. So gusto ko rin talaga siya matry. Nung bata ako nanonood din ako nito. So alam mo yun, feels good din na matry siya. Last season kasi na-awardan ako ng champion for Super Sprint for beginners and newbies. So this season, wala naman ako hinahabol. Enjoy lang. Itong mga challenges, well, kasi ngayon medyo masikip ulit yung track, unlike dun sa Super Sprint, medyo mas technical tong track na to. So medyo nag-a-adjust ako konti. So yun, medyo mabagal muna tayo, tapos pabilis na lang, pabilis. Actually din sa Honda City na 2023, hatchback siya. Dati I race with the sedan na 2022 na City Ren. So, ito mas okay ngayon kasi may paddle shift. So, nagtatry ako mag-manual paminsan to see kung mas mabilis ba siya or mas mabagal. So, yun.
Ever since as a kid, kasi yung dad ko nga rin is mechanic, fascinated lang ako sa cars. So, ayun, parang want ko mag-build lang din ng car na suited for myself na to prove that na kaya ko rin maging mabilis. Yung hobby na to is talagang it's not really for the faith of heart. If may nangyaring ganun, talagang, lalo na if wala kang backers, wala kang tutulong sa'yo, you're on your own. Pero ang doon is experience, di ba? You know na nangyari na sa'yo, alam mo na yung pwede mong iwasan, alam mo na yung pwede mong gawin. Especially sa mga kids today, yung katinangin yung paa, do it on a safe environment, on a controlled environment. The entrance sa mga ganitong events is very, very, very cheap. Kaysa pa maka-disgrasya kayo sa labas, do it in a organized event sa mga, for example, like this, yung Philippine Autocross. They will teach you how to be a better driver. They will teach you all about safety. They will teach you the proper things to do sa track and what not to do outside the track.
Actually, nagsimula talaga to kay Michael, yung naka-Honda City. So, ayun, na-inspire niya ako. Kaya, nag-racing na rin ako. We're more than best friends pa. He's like a family to me. Ang target ko talaga dito for this season is 40 seconds. Kasi itong kotse ko yun is 57 seconds. Kaya yung target ko nga. So, ang preparation ko, pag-practice pa ng mga turning, mga ganun.
Okay, we're planning to invite almost everybody to join autocross. We made new categories for them to join, like showroom stock classes. We also want to invite mga junior drivers, executive ladies. Yeah. Usually po yung showroom stock po is those are fresh off the casa who wants to try our racing. We also wanted to separate the categories of each of the car displacements para ma-try rin ng mga ibang car enthusiasts to join our race. So our classes are separated with yung mga displacements po ng sasakyan. We encourage new drivers or mga interested in joining autocross to join us. Kasi ang motorsports na to is one of our grassroots. So we want to teach them yung tama pong racing. Okay, we would like to thank the sponsors for always supporting and still supporting us. We also like to thank our media partners who are here with us also, and also our friends and family who is supporting us throughout this. We will have events po in Visayas and also in Mindanao. We'll be posting some of the schedules kung saan po yung next events there. So we'd like to invite everybody to join and watch our Philippine Autocross Championship Series. We'll be posting all of the schedule for this season in our Facebook account and see more of our events.
The year 2024 is turning out to be a busy one for motorsports as many predicted and hoped for. Race Weekend will endeavor to witness as many events as possible and showcase the highlights on a weekly basis. We can't wait for the next one. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
If you're having problems sa cars nyo, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So,
Our Car of the Week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. This showcase checks out the Toyota Veloz 1.5V CVT, the top-of-the-line variant of the compact MPV model spun out from the Avanza line.
The Veloz used to designate the premium variant of the Avanza, Toyota's battler in the local subcompact 7-seater MPV or multi-purpose vehicle segment. Last year, Toyota launched the Veloz locally as a standalone model, but classifying it, at least in its official website, in the subcompact crossover SUV segment, setting it apart from the lower-priced Avanzas. Toyota first rolled out the standalone Veloz in 2 trim levels. The 1.5G CVT now listed at 1.210 million pesos, and the top-of-the-line 1.5V CVT listed at 1.25 million. Add 15,000 if you want both in platinum white pearl mica. The Toyota Veloz arrived looking a lot sharper, edgier, and with a more striking and modern fashion and rear than the Avanza. Slightly longer, wider, and taller too, at 4,475mm long, 1,775mm wide, and 1,700mm tall, and clearing the ground by 190mm. The grille and bumper design looks more trendy and resembles the look of Toyota's latest crossovers and SUVs. The front and rear skid plates, the over fenders, roof rails, and rear spoiler are obvious tells that Toyota wants people to perceive the Veloz as a proper crossover or SUV. Toyota also outfitted the Veloz 1.5V CVT with sleek split-type LED headlights, LED clearance headlamps with guidelines, LED rear combination lights, LED sequential turn signal lights, LED high-mount stop lamp, fog lamps front and rear, and side view mirrors that auto-adjust and retract and come with puddle lamps. Other exterior features include intermittent front and rear wipers, rear window defogger, back door garnish, fin-type antenna, 17-inch alloy wheels. All Veloz variants are equipped with smart entry and push-button start. The seats are upholstered in sporty-looking fabric and faux leather. Seats adjust manually, the driver's 6 ways, slide, recline, up and down. The second row seat for 3 slide and tumble 60/40 into what Toyota calls the long sofa mode. The third row seat for 2 splits 50/50 and also tumbles into the long sofa mode. The black and gray two-tone interior with metallic accents, the layout and design of the dash, center console and instrumentation make the cabin feel like a premium SUV or crossover. This feel of poshness is enhanced by the soft-touch synthetic leather with white accents for the door trims. Then there's the 7-inch TFT for multi-information display. No more unsightly or intrusive brake lever as the Veloz comes standard with electronic parking brake with auto hold. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather, tilts and telescopes, and comes with buttons and switches for the audio, the multi-information display, and drive mode and panoramic view monitor system on the Veloz 1.5V CVT. Multiple cup and beverage holders are available for all 7 Veloz occupants. Adding to great comfort and convenience are power windows, power and speed sensing door locks, automatic climate control with manual controls for rear vents. Those who can't live without today's personal gadgets would love the Veloz, which comes standard with wireless charger, 4 USB charging ports, and 2 12-volt accessory outlets. The Veloz audio system comes with a 9-inch display for the 1.5V CVT and 8-inch for the lower price variants. The system features Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, AM/FM radio, Bluetooth, USB, and voice command. It plays through 6 speakers. The Veloz is powered by Toyota's 2NR VE engine, the same on the top-of-the-line Avanza. The 1496cc inline 4-cylinder, 16-valve DOHC engine with dual VVT-i generates 106 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 138 Nm of torque at 4,200 RPM. Mated to a continuously variable transmission, the engine provides good pulling power whenever needed, even set to normal driving mode. Eco mode should be good for stop-and-go traffic. Sport mode should come in handy for going around and past slower traffic on switchbacks out of the city. The Veloz rides and handles much like most subcompact crossovers with a suspension system with front McPherson struts and rear torsion beams tuned for comfort and stability. The Veloz rides the usual road imperfections well and doesn't wallow around curves with a bit of speed. The electronic power steering on the Veloz allows for a light hand on the wheel. The Veloz brake system uses discs on all wheels, ventilated in front and solid in the rear. Only the Veloz 1.5 VCVT is equipped with the Toyota Safety Sense, a suite of advanced driver assist system that includes pre-collision system, automatic high beam, lane trace assistant, and lane keep assist. Also, only the top-of-the-line Veloz comes with a panoramic view monitor, blind spot monitor, and rear cross-traffic alert. However, all Veloz variants now available locally come standard with anti-lock brake system, vehicle stability control, hill start assist control, camera and back sonar, Toyota vehicle security system with immobilizer, indicator and alarm, emergency brake signal. Also added for safety are 3-point ELR seatbelts for all 7 occupants with pre-tensioner and force limiter for driver and front seat passenger, seatbelt reminder, ISOFIX child restraint system, and driver and front passenger airbags, side airbags, and curtain shields.
Will Toyota's decision to spin off the Veloz into a standalone model in the crossover SUV segment pay off? We will surely find out when the sales counting is done at the end of the year. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So,
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
So today we are at RSA Motors Green Hills to launch the BMW i4 M50. This is actually the second variant of the BMW i4, which we initially launched in January. Essentially what this car is the more powerful cousin of the BMW i4 eDrive 35 and our 6th addition to the electrified fleet of BMW here in the Philippines. It's for those who are really keen on pushing the limits of electrified driving out there. We can't wait to see those people behind the wheel of the i4 M50 soon.
that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 37th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa.
Happy
motoring.